After you warned us not to tell a single—
I'm skeptical as well. Are you sure that—
The results speak for themselves, don't they? These two may already know more than you could ever imagine.
All right then, if your grace insists.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them.
Well, how about some reintroductions? This is Jurier, one of the highest-ranked researchers from the Fontaine Research Institute. Good. Saves me a bit of time. Edwin's main areas—
You want to blow up the fortress?
What a lovely idea. I'm already imagining it in my—
Gotta admit, I'm tempted as well.
Guys, focus! Focus!
That taskmaster over there is Miss Lorvine, and is also one of my technical consultants. While Jurier used to be Edwin's assistant, she used to be Jurier's assistant.
Ooh, are they together?
See? Everyone keeps asking this question. Are you too sure you're not a couple and just using your work as—
Your Grace, I am—
If I dated her, I'd officially be madder than Edwin.
Jeez, forget I said anything. Follow me.
Whoa, there's another door that goes right up.
Your constant amazement makes it seem like the fortress can do anything.
But Paimon really thinks everything's super cool.
Well, let's spice it up a bit. And here you go.
What a huge ship! This is also a production zone that Paimon's never seen before.
How much do you know about Fontaine? Well, then maybe you haven't heard the story of ancient Lemuria. To give you a quick rundown, Fontaine used to be ruled by the Lemurian dynasty. According to legend, the Lemurian king Remus came to this land after being inspired by divine revelation and found the seer Sibila, who had taken on the form of a golden bee. Taking the golden bee with him and riding on a huge ship, the Fortuna, he created his nation above the surging waves. He called his nation Lemuria and used the Fortuna to
There's a ship in this story too.
Where there's water, there'll be ships. People believe that hope can always be found at the—
Do you believe that?
To a point, I think. As you've already seen, I have a whole factory's worth of labor, materials, and technology at my disposal. So the moment I began to speculate that the primordial sea might lie underneath the gate, I also began this project.
Were you inspired by the legendary?
Maybe. Fontainians need something to hold on to cope with the impending disaster. Were the workers to find out the truth behind this ship, riots would destroy the fortress faster than any catastrophe. As the fortress's administrator, I'd never make such a reckless— All right, that's enough talking for now. Seems like you're good.
Excuse me? You've got to be kidding me.
Yeah, sorry guys, I'm not that loud. It's just that I'm fucking tired.
I'll leave you here.
Oh!
No worries. But don't forget, it's up to you whether or not you want to share what you just saw.
Yeah, we'll put a lot of thought into it.
Great. I look—
Conquest yet? Thought we did, but no we didn't. Make sure to like and subscribe is what I would say if I was a popular YouTuber. Haha.
Welcome back.
How can you be
Huh. While I was sedated, I could still barely hear two people talking next to me. They were discussing everything, from the leaves, to the water, and even the teacups and—
Must have been Risley and Sijui.
Yeah, I heard one male voice and one female, so it should have been the two.
I really can't make sense. So, Traveler, Paimon, were you able to learn—
Yeah, he explained everything.
Very well. Then, would you mind checking your answers against my speculations? Yeah, I took the time to rest, so I'm feeling a lot.
Nobody else is around, and Miss Sijuin is also busy with something or other.
All right, then I'll posit my theories. I asked myself three. Firstly, why was Fremine affected by the primordial seawater? It was because he dove into the sea. My theory is, the long-lost primordial sea is probably very close to the fortress of Merope.
Ooh, he's good.
That's our Lenny.
Secondly, Wriothesley's attitude changed dramatically during the course of our stay here. He ignored us completely at first, then suddenly roadblocked us. Why? I spent quite a long time thinking about this. If he has been monitoring the Fatui since the very beginning, he probably ignored us at first because he was hoping we could find Master Child for him. What's more, the Fortress of Meropide is not part of Fontaine's court system, nor does it report to Udex Nervilet. Wriothesley is basically the king of a no-man's land. As long as the fortress doesn't do anything about Master Child's disappearance, Father can use it to pressure the Fontaine authorities. And while the two factions are pitted against each other, Wriothesley will be free to move between the parties of interest. If I had to guess, he probably has something that he's working on himself. It's likely related to the secret of the infirmary, but I just can't think of what it could be.
You're super smart.
Thanks so much. Then finally, there's the... If Wriothesley does have a plan, what could it be? That can't be the full extent of what he's doing. I don't have enough information, so I have no idea what his chip might be.
The sea will engulf everyone.
Could Wriothesley have wanted to meet Father to figure out a way to deal with this crisis? If you remember, I once mentioned that Father sees the House of the Hearth as her base of operations, and she truly wants to resolve the crisis. But how could Wriothesley have known?
Or perhaps he didn't know, and just wanted to bring Father over to his side? Which could be why he said he just wanted to...
Two of you have already aided us far too... If you ever need it, though you may not...
You have my
Thank you for protecting...
Why are you being so formal all of a sudden?
Given your strength.
Aww, Paimon's hungry.
Oh, you've done so much.
Alright, then we'll catch you.
I will be back.
is this? Actually, Sean, you were there for that Valentine's fight, actually.
I'm back, I'm back.
I was there, but I didn't really pay attention. Until you told me, like, I remember you telling me about the fight, and I was like, wait, what the fuck are you talking about?
Did you see a guy get lifted up and slam right back down? Yeah, that was me.
I know you did.
He started it. He should have finished it. To be fair.
One more to go. Please say no.
It's time for dinner. Welfare.
Come on, let's go pick up ours as well. Traveler and Paimon, over here. Are you here for dinner too, Miss? And I'm taking the opportunity to prepare Miss Cloran's dinner as well. Huh. You're right. What would you like to eat? Yep, you can. I've already talked to our chef, Mr. Wolsey. It's all on me today, so you can get whatever you'd like.
Check the hay and tell me
Me too, don't... No problem.
Dude, do you think that's connected?
What?
Just check out the hay.
So delicious. Is this how it feels to be freeloaders? Wait a second, we did do plenty of... Feeling full yet? How's the... Delicious! I'm... Siegeween? A bit of both, I suppose. I'm a Melazine, which means I'm very different from human beings. I must know what you're thinking if I want to take good... You're really good at taking... Really? Oh, and what... Oh, that. I just asked His Grace to look out for those children, especially that diver boy. I was getting a bit worried after. Thankfully, Cloran is very strong and managed to save him in the nick of time. Although the path was blocked, we still stationed some guards there to stop it. Oh, and I was You were all so... Oh, I really... Get a good night's rest.
Yeah, Raiden died for reason on impact.
The wind knows me.
The real question is why did he open it?
Wait, you mean we're gonna find diamonds? Shit. You have better luck finding death than diamonds.
Time to go.
No, I'm really. The person is alive.
Probably in the world of fucking pain. Have fun.
So much has happened. Paimon just feels absolutely exhausted now that she's finally relaxed. Paimon's super sleep.
Never fucking open it. Fucking radiation.
Delicious.
Yeah, you dumb fuck. Yeah, have fun having cancer.
out of my way! Get what happened? Why is there no idea, but something must have happened. Stop asking!
I'm really curious because I didn't. Oh,
Yeah, I would call it living if you're still hurting.
What happened? Why is everyone running around? Hey, what are you doing?
No time to explain, mate. Goodbye!
Hey, what's wrong with these people?
They're here! Yeah! There you are!
Oh, thank goodness!
Crystal and Lavaroon, do you know what happened here?
We came here especially to inform you. Something seems to have gone terribly wrong just now. His great Lavaroon was saying you two are new here and you don't have many friends, so you might slip through the cracks. Haven't you heard all the stories like that? An evacuation is successfully completed, yet you only find out once you do a head count that 1 or 2 people are—
Wait, weren't you the one who brought that up? Why is it suddenly my—
Hey, shut up!
Okay, whatever. The point is, you should— Yeah, he said to get a—
Oh no, it can't be that thing!
Oh, wait, what? What? Hey!
We have to go find the Duke! You two just go and get out! Go on without us!
Hey, hey! Be careful!
Attention, please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the Tosmo Slayer, then try to move as far outwards as...
Almost broken bolt cutter in front of a veteran's house. Can he find out why I did it? Find out.
I just planted 15 IEDs in this veteran's house. Oh shit. Wait, Francis, do you want to tell him that one part where you ran into a fucking IED pod? Yeah. Fucking.
They're here.
Just like I said. You're just in time. But be ready to run. Three, two, one.
Dude, is freaking Risley a freaking catalyst user?
Tell him the defenses are about to collapse.
Then what will happen to you?
Until he arrives,
No, Risley,
we're the last
Risley.
line of defense.
I think he's a catalyst because he's throwing his punches
gate.
like a catalyst.
How long do you think it'll hold?
That depends on us.
This scenery.
Dude, Arlecchino needs to be at least a fire sword user. We only got one male fire sword user. We got no female fire sword.
Especially a tall one, because fuck. We have sword users, but majority of them are short.
We got Kaching, Bennett. We got fucking The only tall one that's a sword user is freaking, what's his name? I'll hate them.
Neuvillette? Why are you here?
I'll hate them. I'll hate them and Ayato.
Traveler, I need you to head to the Opera House immediately. Farina will soon be meeting with the knave there. You must protect Farina, and make sure she doesn't spend too much time alone with her. Will do.
Fang, I want to spoil something for you, can I? We might be battling the knave. Yeah, cause like, Neuvillette just told me. No, cause Neuvillette just told me, go to the court and protect Farina.
Time to go.
Fight me, Fatui mages. I dare you to fight me.
Are you two the traveler in Paimon? Though I'm sure he's already explained, this should be a...
Wait, who's in the call? Fang, who's in the call?
What?
Who's in the call?
Just us.
Okay, good.
It's just us.
Good. I don't want to get my ass frickin' fried by Estella and frickin' Broken Panda. Fang, you know those two will team up to fucking kick my ass.
I'm gonna tell you, Mobstat D-Ray is easy. When you get to Inazuma, you're on your own. I can't help you, bro.
Oh my lord.
Oh, so you two are the honored guests.
Of course.
It is my pleasure to make your acquaintance, traveler. I have heard much of your accomplishments.
God damn.
I am
she
the
may
knave,
be evil, but damn.
one of the...
I've already prepared seats for you.
Perhaps you two are unaware of how Miss Farina and I do things. You see, we actually recently agreed to get together for tea when we... See this? This is a limited type of confectionery that Miss Farina simply adores. There are only 16 slices sold every day. Here.
Traveler, what do you think of this cake?
If a tall person was scared of heights, would they be scared of their own height?
That's good to hear. So what Child said was on the mark after all. You do share a taste in desserts with Farina and I. I wonder how he's doing nowadays. You must have heard, right? He's suddenly gone.
Since we're talking about him, I feel like I should add something. His martial prowess really looked certainly pretty impressive.
Oh, so you're also against ordinary people. My colleague would never be on the back foot. But alas, he just never imagined he'd run into such a person. I must express my admiration for Monsieur Neuvillette. Coming from you, that's not...
But I thought you would be happier to hear the news.
Of course, but it's still a bit of a shame. You see, I would have been far happier had I received this news somewhat earlier, as you well know.
Well, in any case, there's no need to worry. We know for sure that Child...
Oh, and just...
Because we found evidence that proved he left the Fortress of...
And where did he go after leaving the fort?
Well...
The Fortress of Meripede lies deep beneath the waves. Unless he pranced right out of the main gate, he must have had to swim for it. Do you have any proof that he surfaced? Ah, that is good news at least. His sister Tonya sent a letter to Fontaine not too long ago. Since he was unfortunately unavailable, I picked it up on his behalf. Do you have any idea how he usually writes back to his family? Dear Tonya, your letter made me feel like we were still enjoying our time in Snezhnaya together.
All letters tend to follow the same few formats anyway, right? As long as...
Hold on. The water in the teacup...
I suppose this is also a sign of things to come.
Huh?
Have we entered into the next stage of the prophecy?
My thanks to you both. I will take it from here.
Sure you don't need a hand?
Quite sure.
Wow. So, what's your secret, huh? Let me guess. Nah, who knows? Maybe it's just your sense of responsibility.
Sounds about right.
Dude, Fang, it just left me on a cliffhanger. What the fuck is New Valette? What the fuck is New Valette? He's freaking holding that primordial seawater like it's nothing. He's freaking holding back that seawater like it's nothing.
The day may come when the waters burst forth, but it is not this day. This ancient power could easily obliterate an entire race. A tsunami of fury.
Coming!
This sentence is too severe. Forgive me for overruling it.
All right. Seems like the problem inside has been suppressed.
Let me guess. We're safe for now.
Indeed. But only for now.
I win this bet. You owe me a present.
Very well. It was indeed just as you said.
You made a bet?
We made a bet on the size of your entourage. Cloran thought you wouldn't come down by yourself.
I figured you would have at least brought a few people along for appearance's sake. It appears I underestimated just how confidential the mission was.
Shouldn't you have gotten used to confidential missions by now? That's just how the courts operate.
So what gift must the loser give? Tea?
He already has tons of tea in his office. I'm thinking about a set of legal codices.
That wouldn't happen to be a dig at my lack of legal awareness, would it?
Well, I'm sure His Grace doesn't consider the fortress to be outside the law.
I was under the impression the residents of a place like this would be uninterested in the legal codices.
That was obviously a joke. Anyway, you've still got some unfinished business to attend to in the overworld, correct?
No need to stay here if you have a pressing matter. We all know you can't leave Palais Mermonia for long.
Thank you. I hope everything went smoothly with the Fatui Harbinger.
I must say, we've spent long enough playing house. Miss Farina, as the Hydro Archon, I am sure you understand the exact meaning of the phenomenon we just witnessed. Or should I say, that's what I originally thought. But looking at your expression, was I wrong? And you haven't a clue?
What are you trying to say?
At this point, I don't think there's any more need to speak as diplomatic representatives. Allow me to speak to you now as just a Fontanian. You know the prophecy by heart, and also that every part of it is being proven true. Yet, here you are, relaxing, drinking tea, and eating desserts as if it's all nothing more than a few stray bugs in your garden. Do you really think that's acceptable? The prophecy's hanging above our necks like a guillotine. Every faction is looking for a way to either avert the disaster or save their own. Even the orphans of the House of the Hearth have devoted everything to saving their homeland. But you? It beggars belief just how nonchalant and carefree you have been. From the very beginning, you, the god Focalor, you have utterly failed to take action.
You're wrong. I've never ignored the prophecy, nor have I just been passing the time in self-indulgence. Retract your accusation and stop doubting the wisdom of the gods with such absurd conjectures!
I am not alone in my doubts, you know. All the children of Fontaine may be harboring the exact same thoughts right now. Oh, great Hydro Archon. How are you going to save them? Save us? How are the people you've sworn to protect supposed to survive in a land that will soon disappear beneath the—
I have my ways, and I've been working on them for all this time. Even if you look down upon me, you have no right to judge me. Fontaine will be saved. Even if I still cannot see the true future right now, as long as I continue on as I am, I will be able to hold my head up high!
Then I ask you, Miss Farina, just what have you been working on? Where can we see it, and what is it doing to help?
My machinations are just like the prophecy.
I see. As a god, the proof of— Allow me to be so bold as to ask another way. Would it be possible for you to tell us the parts of your plan that are not confidential? Such as your emergency response plan for the impending disaster?
An emergency response plan?
Oh, that look in your eyes. Have you not—
The emergency response plan is also—
Then allow me to jog your memory. Miss Farina, what is the purpose of your Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal? And what do you plan to do with the massive amounts of indemnitium that has accumulated over the years?
The Oratrice? It's just like it appears to be.
So you also have no— I first caught wind of this when Linny tried to investigate the Oratrice in the Opera House. You see, even just getting close to the core contaminated him with an extremely large amount of indemnitium. But even if that had nothing to do with you, then what could you possibly be working on, oh great Oh, right. I almost forgot. Udex Neuvillette is not at the tea party with us today. Miss Farina, I suppose you must have ordered him away to take care of
Yeah, yes.
Of course I will. Although, I must say, Miss Farina, you seem quite Oh, very well. Let's stop that conversation here. There are still a few slices of cake left. Traveler, I heard that you were recently commissioned to handle a few matters on behalf of the Udex. Why don't you take an extra slice of cake? Those who— You too, Pipe.
Thank you. Paimon soup.
If it's on my tea table.
You're welcome. It is getting late. Why don't we call it a day?
Very well.
Mind seeing me off, traveler?
Paimon's coming too.
Okay.
The tea.
No, if I'm gonna battle freaking. If I'm gonna battle her, I don't want to be in Geo form. Is it gonna go down? Is my prediction going to be right? Oh.
I'm glad that you were willing to come with me. Of course, child was just an excuse. I have no interest in your dealings with him.
That's what Paimon thought.
You lent your aid to the children of the House of the Hearth. As their father, I would like to express my gratitude. That was all. Formal topics should be discussed in formal settings, and informal topics in informal settings.
Oh God,
I know
Fang.
you just returned from the fortress of Meripede.
I don't know if this is gonna be like another
I have no
Ryan
intention of
Shogun
trying to
scene
get
where
anything
they're
out
like,
of you.
okay, you
Linny,
win, go
Lynette,
ahead and
Feminine
leave,
are still
and
there,
then freaking
and I
attack.
trust their judgment and
So
abilities.
she's thanking me for helping
People have been
Linny,
working
Lynette,
very
and
hard
freaking
and have always
Permanent
done
right
all
now.
they can to fight
So I'm
back
having that
against
freaking
anyone who
Raiden
tried to
Shogun's
stop
gonna
them.
attack you
Especially
vibe.
Linny.
You mean Wriothesley. He's a tricky one to deal with. By the way, and you can just consider this a bit of idle gossip, but what's your impression? You are outside of our disputes, and the freest person in all of Fontaine, able to move around most easily. Allow me to share my perspective.
And that's everything that happened during the trial. Master Child was declared guilty and immediately transported to the...
Didn't he say he was coming here on vacation? Does he not feel an ounce of shame for all the trouble he... Forget it. He did give us an opportunity. I will be meeting someone short.
Do you require help with any preparation?
No need. I will take... I need to meet with Farina, the Hydro Archon. She is at the heart of Fontaine.
Oh? Come over here, you little critter, you! You dare to run from me? Stop right this instant!
My goal is just to discover the location of Gnosis. But I didn't expect the chance to approach Farina to
She
be
fucking
handed to me
dressed
on
up like a
silver
harbinger
platter.
just to...
This is so easy, it's actually
No, I don't know
making me a bit
yet.
suspicious.
We're just going into
Anything
detail.
left unguarded is usually just
We're just
bait.
going into detail of what she's
But
been doing.
No one will blame someone for taking the bait. After all, from the moment it
I
is
don't know,
attached to the hook,
but like...
the bait is meant to be sacrificed.
She tried to take it. She tried to take the Gnosis,
It's just
but
as I
Farina
guessed in
didn't
the
have
second
it.
before I struck. The Hydrognosis is not currently held by the Archon. In fact, this Archon doesn't seem
They're
like
trying
a
to,
god
the
at all.
Fatui's trying to find it,
I
but it's
sense
just
that
that
she's under
when,
some kind of
when,
curse.
when
Who are you? What are you trying to do?
Arlecchino tried to steal the Gnosis right there and then. And then when she tried, she couldn't get anything out of Farina. Because you know
So
how
perhaps she's
mostly
not
the
bait after
Archons keep the Gnosis within
Either
themselves.
way, targeting her has lost all
Sometimes.
meaning. I left the scene with ease. Nobody came looking for me, and nobody could serve as a
I'm
witness
having
to
a
my near
theory
assassination
that
of Focalor.
maybe
I suspect
Nouvelet
even Farina
has
dares not mention this
has the
incident
Gnosis
to
himself.
Not long
Farina's
after,
just a
my
figure.
informants confirmed what I had guessed. After returning to her quarters, Farina quietly
Because we've
cried
seen
alone.
every Archon with
She was
their
so
Gnosis,
scared
how
that she could
powerful
not
they
sleep
are.
that night, nor
Right?
could she even bring herself to eat her cake. There's no doubt that there's something
And,
wrong
like,
with her.
out of
I
even
began
Rex
to entertain the possibility that she is not the true
freaking, he looks
Hydro
weak a little
Archon.
bit, but then he freaking has the giant
Perhaps
meteor. He has a giant meatball.
Is actually the genuine article. I have to find the
Fucking-
Gnosis.
I
If the
feel like
Neuvillette
maybe Neuvillette
hypothesis
is the one
correct,
holding on to the Gnosis.
He is probably in
Because
possession.
he's able to take out Child.
Alternatively,
If he's,
it
I'm
might have
wondering if
been
he's able
hidden
to
in a
take out
place
freaking
that's hard
Folklore.
for
Or not
ordinary
Folklore,
people to access.
Arlecchino.
Yes, Father.
My dear children.
News from the Fortress of Meripede. Master...
Probably the handiwork of that Wriothesley.
I'm afraid
Dude,
so.
The prophecy is coming into fruition
This
right
is
now.
a good opportunity. The value of a harbinger is much higher than most would imagine. We now have an excuse to exert diplomatic pressure
I don't know,
on the
but
Fontaine
freaking
authorities.
Neuvillette had to seal the primordial
Set up
seawater.
a meeting for me.
Because
I
the
would like to
prophecy would
meet
have
the
been
Hydro
fulfilled if he
Archon
didn't.
and Eudex
Where
Neuvillette.
all of Fontaine will be submerged in
Oh,
water.
And I have an additional mission for you three.
Yes, Father.
Tartaglia's disappearance was not a part of my plan, but I can use it to make a breakthrough. With this as my excuse, I can ask for an official audience and continue my The initiative belongs to the House.
Since I have 9 fucking rewards. Fuck.
What? Fuck, I unplugged my phone.
Jay, you wanna join?
Give me a minute, I'm in Genshin. Fang, if you want to see some of the details that happen, Fang, I'm streaming this shit so you can watch it later.
You should know the rest. Lenny's group is quite close to you, so they wouldn't have hidden anything from you.
You attacked the Hydro Archon?
It wouldn't mean anything, even if you shouted it from the rooftops. I've now had 2 chances to enjoy tea with Farina. I have to say, the leadership of Fontaine is even more inscrutable than I had imagined. I once surmised that Eudex Neuvillette must be the Hydro Archon, but now, that doesn't seem right to me either. I am a servant of Her Majesty the Tsaritsa. Over my years of service, I've learned how a real Archon conducts and carries themselves. Whether Eudex Neuvillette or Farina, neither fits the bill. It's hard to imagine either of them as the Archon. Of course, that is all just how I feel. Gut feelings often do not require justification. It is, however, quite amusing to me that after all my years working in intelligence gathering, I've come to realize I am at a complete loss regarding the identity of the god of the land of my birth. Don't you think Fontaine is quite intriguing? A catastrophe looms, yet many secrets have yet to rise to the surface. It looks like Fontainians will have no choice but to save themselves. Ultimately, though, one must survive in order to do anything else. Should the need arise, I would be happy to cooperate with you. You don't need to commit to anything right now, of course. I have a feeling that the situation will continue to evolve, and as your name is often connected with noble deeds, I'm sure we will work together someday.
Dude.
He certainly returned
Fang.
quickly. You
I
must
need
want to
you
catch
to
up with
watch
each other,
near the ending
so I'll
of
leave
where
you to him.
I'm about to stop the live later. Cause dude, god damn. It sounded like she's saying you wanna join the Fatui in
For now,
freaking
yes.
fancy words.
But this is term.
The
I'm
way it
concerned that
sounded.
sooner or later the prophesized events will occur. Thank you for protecting Farina. To put it simply, I used my power to force back the primordial sea and reseal the sluice gate. So as expected, the Knave has turned up the pressure on Farina. Permission granted.
Whoa. It can't be that you're the real Hydro Archon, right? But that's just a speculation on our... you can't tell us? Then...
If by the phrase, you guys, you are referring to Farina and I, then although I'm not sure just what you are trying to imply, I must clarify that I do not share her positions on a multitude of topics. I believe so. The fortress has a long and complex history. It has seen much grief and suffering. And now, another catastrophe will soon be upon us. I mourn this turn.
Huh? Why is it
It's confirmed! Fang, he's the dragon, he's the water dragon of Fontaine! Yeah! Because I'm reading it right now. Thinking back on the legend that and what Freminate said, it said that the dragon of water once resided in Fontaine. Every time it weeps, the sky will cloud up and pour out rain. What? Besides his eyes, I'm just trying to confirm it. Because see, they're adding all this shit into it.
You may be
just
closer to the truth than you think.
Oh? And what are you
thinking? He's a dragon. Are you saying he's freaking Farina's pet? Fucking God, Nouvelle, get some standards, my dude.
The dragon...
Dude, Fang, if I was popular on YouTube, what? I'm just gonna see the comments freaking saying, shut up.
Please do not be so... Farina? My...
We were just guessing randomly. We didn't guess right, did we? You're not actually the dragon sovereign of water, right?
You guessed correctly. I sincerely hope you'll be able to keep this a secret for me.
He confirms it himself.
Right. There's still something Paimon wants to...
Please, go ahead.
Well, if you are the dragon sovereign of water, and you were able to force back the primordial sea from the fort, then since Fontaine's prophecy is all about seawater, couldn't you just use your power to solve the...
None of the currently living dragon sovereigns in the world, myself included, possess our full dragonhood. They say that when the first usurper arrived on Tivat, they seized a part of the dragon's power. Today, that stolen power is the basis of the Archon's authorities.
There are 7 elemental Archons and 7 matching dragon sovereigns.
The dragon sovereign of water who lived through that era perished a long time ago. As their successor, I know far less of that part of our ancient... In any case, I believe I will not be able to do much unless the Archon disappears and returns their elemental authority to me.
He hasn't been there like Rex Lapis.
Given the status quo, however, I would recommend finding another way to deal with the prophecy.
Oh, so even you can't solve it.
He's a baby! It died.
I still have some urgent matters to attend to at my office.
Still a baby.
If you have any more questions regarding ancient...
Please go right ahead. There's a place that Paimon wants to go too. Traveler, why don't we pay another visit to the Fortress of Meropide? Paimon is a little worried.
You've seen, what's his name? Yeah, Dvalin, and you know Dvalin is a fucking, like... He's still a kid! He freaking... Even Rex Lapis is older than Dvalin.
We'll see you another time!
Take care.
You remember that. You know Rex Lapis and freaking... What's Rex Lapis' own freaking pet called? Yeah, those two are the oldest ones. Oldest of the dragons and oldest of the Archons.
Yeah, because the second oldest is...
Second oldest is A.
Archon is Venti.
Venti? I thought it was A. Oh yeah. I totally forgot about that.
She's the youngest, I'm pretty sure. She probably is older than Venti.
I didn't finish the Archon quest. What? What? I thought I finished it already. Goddamn. So yeah, Andre was correct. Andre was the one that said it to me that Nouvelette's probably the dragon, especially because of his eyes. No, it's just that I wanted confirmation. I didn't want like them to say, "Oh, Farina's the Archon, Nouvelet's the Dragon." I wanted confirmation from freaking Nouvelet himself.
Yeah, no. The thing is, Jay, I already knew he was a dragon. Because the way he is with Farina, I was just like, what the fuck a dragon, dog? You're following her direction. You have no vendetta.
I think either Farina lost her Gnosis or what do you call it? Nouvelet's holding on to it. There were 3 seats. We know that. No, that means there would have been 7 seats. Maybe. Maybe. Is it above ground? Not Alicino, what's his... Oh, Alicino! Sorry. Remember, Frank, freaking... I'm not used to freaking a girl being called father and freaking... Yeah. Yes. You don't have to do the Archon quest. Oh fuck.